Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Manashri. I am currently pursuing my MBA in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, and today we are talking about the subject accounting for managers, and today's topic is forensic accounting. So when we hear the word something called as forensic accounting, we think that something it is related to a scientific which has involved technical things. Apart from all the traditional practices, we have seen the companies or the investigations which are being taken place by the CBI. They involve the forensic investigation where they collect all the samples as we have seen in the movies, and they try to match the samples with the DNAs or the fingerprints or anything, and they try to solve the case, and they try to uh, find out who is the criminal behind this and who has been all doing this. So similarly, when we talk about forensic accounting, the forensic accounting practices which are dealing in the financial matters in a company relating to its fraud or misconduct or any discrepancies in its financial statements or in its companies, and the rectification and finding of those frauds and mistakes will be coming under the forensic accounting. So this forensic accounting plays a very important role in assisting any business or government agencies, legal authorities in knowing what is the exact crime what has happened in the financial reports or financial statements. So the main aim is that to know what has happened, who has done all this, and where has it been wrong through its procedures or steps involved in the forensic accounting. And when we talk about the what is the essential for this, its essential is to maintain the financial integrity with the necessary laws. If the organization has been following all the necessary practices under the law and is coping up with the rules and regulations of the government in its financial statements or in its financial working capabilities. And how does this work? And what does this actually mean? So there will be, as you can see in the picture in the PPT, so there will be the forensic accountants who are specialized in their fields, and they will investigate the financial records. So in whatever the records what they are into. So in case of financial for forensic accounting, they investigate the records like financial statements or the journals or ledgers and everything, where has been the misconduct or where has the fraud taken place, and they try to identify all this and they report the financial crimes as similar to the things what is happening in the forensic labs and all. So they first investigate what has happened, and then they try to know the sources what has led to this, and they start doing all the investigations and find out who has been the criminal or the person who has been behind all of these activities. And how does this actually work? So there are, as I said, there are a series of steps and procedures to investigate the things in forensic accounting. The first one is data collection and analysis. So first the persons or the forensic accountants, they first gather the data whatever they get. It may be like the invoices, bank statements, records, all the transactions. They try to gather all of them. They try to collect all of them and analyze them. Next is evidence gathering. So next will be what are their findings apart from the collection of data. They'll segregate it according to that needs and criteria, which are the electronic data, which are the trial balances and financial transactions, everything. They'll make it in order, and they will segregate the evidence in an order. And the next is forensic techniques. So the forensic accountants will have their own techniques in dealing in each and every part of the accounts. So it may be like the data analysis, audit procedures, investigative methodologies, and few other techniques which they have adopted to find the criminal or to find the hidden trials of frauds which has been taken place. And the next one is reporting and legal action. So this is the main function. So they have, after collecting, after gathering, after using the techniques, they will try to report enough legal and which is regulated firm. They will try to get they'll write each and every findings what they have concluded in a report form, and they have to submit. So this is the job, and that is a main and important task given for them. And preventive measures, so apart from this deduction and all, they will also help the business or any financial authorities to how to prevent these, and how to make sure that all these are not happening. They give some recommendations so that this kind of risk will not be happening in the future. And when we talk about the forensic accounting and the traditional accounting, the differences, we can see that this is investigative in nature. The forensic accounting deals in investigating everything. They do not simply collect, they investigate what has happened, what is right and what is wrong. And next is whatever they have to investigate according to the terms and conditions of the legal or regulated firm. And they have to identify what are the discrepancies, and they have to figure what are the findings, and they have to submit a report. And whereas in the traditional accountings, they just deal with the recording and reporting of the financial transactions which they have received, and they aim at providing the financial insights for the management or the stakeholders and every other persons involved inside or outside the organization. And they mainly focus on bookkeeping and budgeting. So they will try to keep everything in an book orders, so that all the details have been thoroughly maintained by the organizations relating to the financial terms. And what are the key principles of forensic accounting? So what are the main aim of this forensic accounting is objectivity. So every forensic accounting, when it is being implemented, it has its own objective. It like finding what is wrong, what is the fraudulence, or what is the misconduct happening. So there will be their own objectives. And next is confidentiality. So confidentiality is nothing but the secrecy has to be maintained within the financial accountants, the leader, and the person who will be in charge from an organization, or the one who will be in the top position, maybe the board of director or any the CEO, anybody. So all the information has to be passed relating to the investigation only between these persons, and so that nothing is being going out. So next, independence. Independence is the main thing for the forensic accounting. So they have to be given the freedom to look into each and every field. So in matter of, for example, a sales manager will be in charge only for the sales department. A purchase manager will be in charge only for the purchases department. Similarly, a research and development manager will be in charge only for his particular department. But in case of forensic accountings, they will have no limitations. They can access all of the departments in an organization to know what is where the fraud has been taken place. So they must not have any limits. In case they find any limits, they will not be taking up any cases, because they at the first taking up the case, before taking up the case, they will inform that they will not be entertaining any such limits in the organization. They should have full independence to deal with any of the problems or any of the departments in the organization, and they should have the full access and authority. And the next one is professional skepticism. So highly qualified or highly degree maintained persons will be there in the as a financial accountants, but as participating in investigations thoroughly from the first, like interrogation and investigation of the data to reporting the data from the first to the ending. And ethical conduct is nothing but they must have their own ethics and conduct and role of rules and regulations of themselves, so that they will not be crossing them in their career or in their profession. So they must have their own professional ethics, and their honesty, confidentiality. So these are the terms which has to be in them, inculcated in them, and they, even if it's more closest friends or any relatives also, they must not reveal the data what they have investigated until the investigation is completely over. Next one is legal compliance. So they have to be merged with always the legal rules and regulations of the organization or of the government as per their working. and thoroughness. So that is the the forensic accountants will have no limit, and also they have to be ready to unveil the truth what has been happened, and everything in where the fraud has taken, or if any person has sold the data, sold the data, stolen and sold the data for any of the other companies, what has happened really, and with evidence he has to submit it. Clear communication, and these for forensic accountants must get the clear communication from the persons of the organization, so to investigate thoroughly and to make a better progress. So these are also the main key principles which are essential for the forensic accountants, and also the stakeholders of a company, or like the insiders or the outsiders who are involved in the company business. And the next one is applications of forensic accounting, where exactly this forensic accounting is being used in the reality. So first is financial fraud investigation. So as I said, if the data is being stolen from a company and sold to the other company or in any black market, so who has been the culprit, what has happened, everything must be uh, checked thoroughly, and everything must be investigated, and in such cases the forensic accountants and forensic accounting will be used. Litigation support, and it also can be used for any of kind of litigation, like for going through the regulatory forms or regulatory bodies, or any kind of like rules and regulations according to the laws, and jury members, judges, etc. Asset tracing, so as of the organization's assets, everything, the hidden assets, the misappropriated assets, including the bankruptcies and distribution of assets, everything we have has to be traced by the financial accountants and forensic accountants in this, and these are also the main applications of forensic accounting. And apart from that, we also have anti-money laundering, where in the financial structure sector, forensic accounting assess institutions and identifying and reporting transactions that may be associated with money laundering activities. So any activities which are related in the money, and which has been not clearly known to the organization in the form of the things which has been in fraudness or something, that also will be uh, can be also be founded. And bankruptcy proceedings, so it also helps examine financial records in bankruptcy cases to identify the preferential or fraudulent transfers, and ensure equitable distribution of assets among the creditors. So this is also to know the bankruptcy, what has happened, where the misleading has taken place, due diligence in activities like mergers and acquisitions. Also this forensic accounting plays a very important role to know the what is target, and where everything, well, this is the main important, because at the time of mergers and acquisitions when are taking place, all the assets and liabilities of both the companies or two or more companies will be merged together, and in case of any discrepancies or misconduct, then forensic accountants must be involved in the earlier stages to find out all the misconduct, and to avoid any future losses. And cybercrime investigations, as we know, so for this forensic accountants, they specialize in these tracing of the financial transactions, investigating data breaches where the data is being breached, or who is the culprit, what has happened. So these are the main applications of forensic accounting. So if you have any doubts regarding this topic, forensic accounting, please do comment in the comment section, and thank you for watching the video till the end. Please do like and share my video, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you and bye bye.